Okay, hi, in this module we're going to be doing infographics, and we're going to be using a program called PictoChart. Now you're watching part 1 screencast right now, and then you have a link to PictoChart tutorials here. Now there are 6 tutorials altogether. All of them are less than 2 minutes, so it's about 10 minutes total of tutorials, but they'll give you a really a nice introduction of how to use PictoChart. But let me go into it a little bit more right now. You are going to be creating a infographic using the program called PictoChart. And an infographic, we're looking at my website right now that I'm building. An infographic is just how it sounds. It's a graphic that gives information, so an infographic. So I've got mine here, and instead of just being a bunch of text with bullet points, I'm using different images to kind of showcase the important points of what I'm trying to get across. So this is my infographic that I'm going to use on my site. I also developed another one that I'm going to use on the order page, and I'll show you how to put that in the site here in a minute. Okay, so for this week you'll be submitting a PictoChart infographic into Blackboard and onto your website, and it's due a week from today's class. Okay, if you have a one-on-one meeting scheduled with me, make sure you check the time of your meeting. And I've got a little description, definition, if you will, of what infographics are, the different types of infographics, and then I have some resources that I want you to look through. Okay, the first is kind of this article on what are infographics and why are they important. So you can skim through it. It kind of gives you a little bit of design, history, the types. Okay, and then down at the bottom it gives you a lot of good examples of different of infographics that you can use. Okay, you'll see with PictoChart they have a number, maybe 50 or so templates that you can choose from, and then you can just modify them to kind of fit your needs. And that's what I did. I didn't design one from scratch. I used one of the templates and just modified it a little bit. So after you take a look at the resources, I've got a bunch of examples here that you can look at. Okay, so this first one is successful people versus unsuccessful people. Okay, and again, it gives information in graphic form. Okay, so you can take a look at all of those just to kind of get some inspiration, get the creativity going in you, so that you can come up with something real nice for your own project. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go in and create your account. Now I've got directions here. You are going to need a key code, and I sent these key codes out on Friday, so you should have gotten them in your email. And it looks something like this. Same directions are right here. Now you're not going to copy and paste this A, B, C, D, E code, but instead you'll find that your code is in your email. Now I've already activated this one, so if you were to try to activate this, it wouldn't work. Okay, we had some tech money available, so I was able to purchase a 4-month subscription for everybody in the class, so you can use these for the next 4 months, even after this class is over. So, and I think you'll really like them. These are just they're great little great tool to have. They're very popular. I definitely wanted you to have the pro features, which is just so much more than the regular features. Okay, now it's a pretty straightforward program, PictoChart, that you're going to use. A lot of drag and drop elements, a number of templates, as I said, that you can choose from. Okay, so I want you to first take a look at the tutorials, and then you can start creating your infographic. The topic or content or the theme is going to be based on your website, so whatever fits into your website. And you can go back and take a look at your mind map to see kind of what you were thinking about when you created the mind map, and see if it's still what you want to do, or again, if you need to change it, that's fine as well. Okay. So at the end, when you're all finished, you're going to publish your pictograph. You're going to set it to public, and then you're going to submit a link to your infographic into Blackboard for grading. Now, then, after you're done with that, you're going to embed the HTML code of your PictoChart project into the into your website, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Okay, now the reason I want you to do a link and embed is because if you go back and change your infographic at all, it'll automatically update the link and the embed code in your site. So there is an option to download your infographic, which you certainly can, but using the link or in the embed code is definitely the best option because it'll automatically update and you won't have to make changes. Whereas if you were to download your pictograph or pictochart and put it on your website, and then you saw that there's an error on it, you'd have to go back into pictochart, make the change, and then re-download, put it back on your site, and republish. So there's just more steps involved if you try to download it. Okay. So let's go into my pictochart. Here's one that I just created for one of my other pages. Okay. I am going to click on the publish. Again, you can download, but I would try to skip over the download and do the publish. Publish now. Okay. And make sure that it's set to public. Now this link right here, share the link via email or IM, this is the one that you are going to copy and paste into Blackboard for your grade. Okay, so I'll go into the infographics, I'll click on write submission, and I'll paste it in there. Okay. Alright, so that's my that is my infographic, and I'll submit. Okay, so that's how you'll submit into Blackboard. Now for the putting it in your website, you're going to go down here and grab the code. Now I tried to grab this code and it didn't work how I wanted it to. So what I would do is grab this lower code, okay, the one that starts with div class. So just highlight all that and copy it. Okay. Now go back to your website, go back to your pages, and I'm on my order page, and you want to grab the embed code element and drag it to wherever you want. I want mine right here, so I'm going to drop it there. And then I'm going to click on the click to set custom HTML and edit custom HTML and paste all that code in there. Okay. Now when I click out of it, it's going to show up. Now it actually looks like something's not working. Okay, it looks like there's a placeholder there, but my actual pictograph isn't showing. Don't worry about that. Okay, what you want to do first is just test it in your live site. Okay, so publish your site and then go to the link to see if it shows up. Okay, so I'll click on order, and there it is. So it did show up. Okay, so see how it doesn't show up over here, but as soon as I publish and view it on the live site, it does show up. Okay, and that's what I want. Now I just link to another page so that I could view it in a full screen, but you don't necessarily have to do that. The only reason I did that is because it was pretty narrow over here. So. But that's how you want to embed it. You want to make sure you embed it into your website using the code and use the link to submit into Blackboard. Okay, so that's it for Module 7. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.